Hi, Elijah, and welcome to Nighthawk Radio. So today we're just gonna kind of get to know you a little bit, a little brief 5 minutes. You mentioned, we were talking earlier, and you mentioned that you even have like a podcast of your own.
Yes.
So what did you call it?
I called it Elijah's Mind. My friend came up with it because he says I like to talk about everything all at once.
I like that. So far, what have been some of the things that have come out of that? Topics or...
So, I get personal with it. I get my mom. Like, I'm very close to my mama. And, yeah, I'm a mama's boy. But, like, we love to talk about anything. So, like, especially, like, Christianity. We're very religious. And, like, we talked about how God versus this world. And how we've also talked about, like, our favorite time periods. Because I told her I love history.
You mentioned your favorite time periods. I gotta know, what was your answer?
Well, I believe it's the 1950s because my mama, even though she was born in the 70s, she told me that she loved listening to Elvis Presley. And she got me into it, and we even saw the movie with Austin Butler.
What did you think of the movie?
Oh, it was amazing. I thought it was actually, depressing too at the same time because I never knew how much Elvis went through in the inside. He had a life beautiful on the outside, but the movie really got to explore the biopic. It's a biopic, and it got to explore his life. And I didn't know how the Colonel treated him, like, so just bad, just bad. But he still loved all of his fans, and my mama still thinks he might be alive still, but who knows?
Yeah, I really like that movie. It's a Baz Luhrmann film, and I like Baz Luhrmann as a director. I feel like, everything that he does to bring energy to his films with like the use of color and costuming and music. So it's interesting because you like the 1950s and you mentioned, how important like your faith is to you. And it seems you were even kind of a fan of things like, say, like the Hays Code, or at least more modesty in films. So what did you think about that with Elvis? Because with Elvis, that was part of the whole thing, was that he was seen to be like too provocative. And so do you agree with that assessment of Elvis? Like, did you find that concerning?
Personally, I don't think he was doing anything wrong, like he said, because he was just being himself. And I've had people tell me, Elijah, I like how you've always been yourself around me. And I didn't realize that at the time. But when it comes to Elvis, yeah, like he was a standout guy in the crowd. And like, I remember I was watching an interview of him when he first performed. He had his hair combed up, he even had some makeup I didn't know about, and the way he dressed and how he was tall. And I'm not Elvis, but like I do like to sing a little bit. And my mom, she likes to think me as Elvis sometimes because I move my head back and forth sometimes, and I'm my own person. I'm even 6'1.5", but Elvis was 6 foot. So,
Okay, so are you shy? Like, can you give me like a little sample? You said you like to sing. Do you have like an Elvis lyric or something?
Elvis lyric, and we can go on together with suspicious minds, and we can build our dreams on suspicious minds.
That was really good.
Yeah. Do you like how he I just loved how Elvis like really put the emotion in his singing.
Mm-hmm.
And even though he wrote like many songs, it was like I didn't know he really wrote many songs, but he was more of a singer, and he stretched it like it was. He even said I wasn't a good singer, but he doesn't realize that he was the #1 solo recording artist of all time.
Right. Well, that's great. I'm very happy. I regret we only had 5 minutes, but we nailed it. We're like right at 5 minutes right now.
All
so
right.
Thank you so much, Elijah, for
You're
letting
welcome,
me
Christine.
interview you. This was nice.
You're welcome, Christine.